£1.25, right? So why the called Poundland, right? If it's 1.25, they should rename that cunt £1 and about.
Well, the irony isn't lost on me here. I mean, yeah, Poundland is set to be sold for £1 with thousands of job losses expected. I mean, I must admit, it is no surprise. Back in December 2004, we learned that actually Poundland had a loss of 640 million. This
Poundland is closed, and apparently it closed 3 weeks ago. I don't understand. What else is left in England again? Everything is closing down. Ugh.
I bought seven things, and it's cost me £12.50. So when people are online moaning about the price of hair going up, inflation has hit Poundland as well. So there.
Remember when pound shops in the UK actually meant a pound? Prices are creeping up, even in the places meant to help us save. What used to be the cheapest option now feels like a warning sign. Let's hear what people have to say about it.
Okay, what has happened with Poundland? It isn't giving Poundland anymore. It feels like it needs to rebrand itself to the Pound app now, not the Poundland. Batteries are still a pound. That's what I went there for, because they ran out and it's cheapest batteries there for now, I guess. Yeah. It feels like the new standard price in Poundland is $1.25, because wherever you look, it's $1.25 and up. $1.25 will be like the smallest things, and everything else will be way more expensive. They also do the meal deal when you get a main drink and a snack for £3, so I guess that checks out. And in Halloween section, there was some cheaper things, mostly like $1.50, £2 and up. There was some things for £1, like trick-or-treat baskets for kids. And when you go to the toys section, there is nothing for £1 at all, even the smallest things. And also, if you fancy having a Pringles shopping bag, Poundland has it, and also they have a beans one. Well, tea cakes are still £1, and they do advertise that over 1,000 items in the store is at the £1 price. But it really didn't feel like it, did it? It really didn't feel like you are in Poundland.
Poundland is finally sold for £1 whole to a US investment company called Gordon Brothers. I can only imagine that they've inherited loads of debt because Poundland wasn't making any money, it was making losses. As a result of this purchase, inevitably, there's going to be loads of store closures to save money, which means tons of job losses, and all down to the fact of the increase of a national insurance contribution that was increased by the Labour government. It is a shame this has happened, but Poundland is ruined anyway because it went from £1 to £2, and then it started selling these naff clothes that were disgusting. And then it went a bit tatty and rank, to be honest. I mean, I much prefer shopping in B&M and Home Bargain. It's much cleaner. They got the stock that I need. Yeah, it's nice. I can only presume now that the store closure announcements will be imminent very soon. I think it'll affect parts of England where they've got multiple Poundlands within spitting distance, which makes more sense. But we all know that the US companies can be ruthless when it comes to cutting and firing people. I just feel really sorry for the people that have been losing their jobs. Some of them got families to feed. And I can imagine a redundancy being next to nothing. At this point in retail, it's just a domino effect. One by one, they're all going to close.
This guy is on a mission to find something for a £1 item in Poundland.
Is it just me, or is there no shit in Poundland for £1 anymore? Go on then. Where's pound stuff? Where is it? Where is it? Don't I?
Look, I'm in this shop, it's called Poundland. So you expect everything to be £1. Look, they got coffee, £5.50. They have baking trays, £2.50, £2. They got something here that's £5. But it's Poundland. Poundland should be £1. There's some bleach. The bleach is £1. Some hoagies are £1. Toilet roll, £3. What have they got here? Things to clean your car, £2. £2.50 for alloy wheel spray paint. Light bulbs, £3. But it's Poundland. It should be £1. This is ridiculous. This is why I don't shop in these silly little shops. If it's advertised as Poundland, it should be £1, not £2. Or, oh look, £4. Yeah, I wanted one of these, as my one is broke, but it's £2. Not £1. Cool, I'm off. Ciao.
He got a £1.25 drink. The shop will need to be renamed at this rate.
Liam, how much did you pay for that?
£1.25.
Where was it from?
It's from fucking Poundland. £1.25, right? So why the fuck is it called Poundland, right? If it's £1.25, they should rename that cunt £1 and about.
Well, we're outside of Poundland and we're here to find out. I've got £1. Let's go and see if things actually cost a quid. Munchies, £1.25. Caramel bar, £1.25. Not a pound. Shampoo, £4. £3. £2. £3.50. What? £3? Meant to be Poundland. Still can't spend the pound. Birdseed, £1.25. Think of the birds. Now I want to get some birdseed, but I've only got £1. Soup, damaged tins of soup, £1.40. Beans, £1.40. £1.40 for a tin. I still can't even have a tin of soup for £1. Poundland, come on. Finally, something for £1. Werther's Originals, these are banging, I'm gonna get them. Let's go and get them with me quid. Turns out, although not everything's £1 anymore, you still can get things for £1. But I am really disappointed because everything in there pretty much is over £1. But I'm glad I found something that's £1. Poundland, not really Poundland anymore. You need to change it. £5 Poundland.
Yet another Poundland closing. Honestly, what on earth is happening to discount shops in the UK?
What is going on? I drove all the way to Surrey Keys thinking I'm going to go to Poundland because I need to restock some goodies at the studio. Poundland is closed and apparently closed 3 weeks ago. I don't understand. What else is left in England again? Everything is closing down. Ugh.
Well, the irony isn't lost on me here. I mean, yeah, Poundland is set to be sold for £1 with thousands of job losses expected. I mean, I must admit, it is no surprise. Back in December 2004, we learnt that actually Poundland had a loss of 640 million. This massively affected its owning company, Pepco, and yeah, you can see here they nearly had a £500 million loss. So yeah, it's no surprise that they're actively looking for a buyer. The business itself used to be extremely successful back in 2008, kind of financial recession era. It did extremely well. And actually it was sold in 2016. It went private and it was sold for £600 million. But obviously the high street has been really suffering. Poundland itself has got lots of competition. Online, of course, B&M, Home Bargains, supermarkets, etc. But even the owners, Pepco, admitted maybe they lost that kind of brand identity when they started selling other products. So obviously Poundland is famous for selling products at £1, but you know, here it is trying to compete with the other supermarkets. So despite being competitive, they started losing their customer base and people started shopping elsewhere. Another big hit, which is more affecting the business this year, will be, of course, the national insurance increase on employers. So obviously it makes financial conditions even harder for the company, especially last year with that huge loss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and of course like and follow for more finance and investing content.
Even the bag to carry your shopping comes with a price tag now.
Just a little rant. Just been to the pound shop in Bitham and also went to the one in town the other day. And I said, could I have a bag, please? No, sorry, all we've got is the £1.50 bags. What a rip-off. They're doing it on purpose, so you've got to buy a £1.50 bag. So I had to struggle down Bishop High Street with all my belongings because I wasn't going to give them £1.50 for their shitty bag. So sly.
So I bought this saucepan from Poundland. It's a supermarket here in Manchester. And the second day I bought it, the layer was already off and I tried to scrape it off, all of it, to have a uniform thing. And then it started to rust. Every single day it rusts. In the morning I cooked rice and I left the saucepan on the side. I came back in the evening, look how it looks like. How can this rust in just one day? This is, unbelievable. This is low quality at £6. That's a lot of money. Then the cover, the rust is there every single time, and I'm hating it. So I unscrewed it, I opened it, so I'm throwing these two, so it can be just an open thing. And I decided to buy this steel wire to clean it, but I'm so tired of it, and I don't want to go back to Poundland. I'm hating it. Poundland, £6 taken.
She spent £12.25 on just 5 items. Inflation's hitting the shops that were meant to help us save.
I've just been to Poundland and spent £12.25 on guess how many items. I'll give you a sec. I'll give you a sec just to guess how many items I got in Poundland for £12.25. Guess. Just have a little guess. 5 items in Poundland for £12.25. Make that one make sense. What the hell? £12. I went in for essentials. I needed some conditioner, some shower gel. I got a basket to put some like toiletries in the bathroom, and I got 2 cards. What is going on? How has that just come to £12.25? Not a single thing in Poundland is actually £1 anymore. I was walking past blankets in there, like in the home section, that were 12 quid. Like £12 in Poundland. Like, I expect that sort of price in Matalan or TK Maxx or Primark, whatever, but £12 for a blanket in Poundland? You having me on? I feel like I've just been bent over, had my pants pulled down and robbed. What the hell is going on? How has that just cost me £12.25 for 5 items? What is happening?
I'm not being funny, right? But I've just been into Poundland, and given that everyone on here, not everyone, but there's a lot of people on here that can't cope with hairdressers pricing properly. I've just been into Poundland and bought literally a few bits. In fact, I'm going to get the receipt. I bought seven things, and it's cost me £12.50. So when people are online moaning about the price of hair going up, inflation has hit Poundland as well. So there.
The nation's favourite discount store. It's sad to see a place that once helped so many now struggling to stay afloat.
Poundland, one of the nation's favourite discount stores, which started in the UK many years ago, because everything inside of the shop was £1. I know it's crept up of late, so everything's not £1 anymore, but the store has been in trouble of late, and it has been sold to a new buyer, ironically, for £1. What does that mean? Well, it means obviously there's new owners coming in, and they are going to be looking at closing a lot of their stores. There is potentially up to 200 stores at risk of closure, and that's just purely because of the decline in sales and footfall going into their shops. Now, Pepco, which is the clothing brand within there, has said at least 100 of their stores could also be closing. Now, this is sad because Poundland has been around for such a long time. We don't want to see it close or disappear, but like I say, nothing in there is a quid anymore, and it couldn't sustain that level of cost when things are just so expensive. So are you going to see Poundland disappear from your high street in the near future? Possibly. Could it go online? What can you buy for £1 online? It's sad, it's been around for a long time, but let's hope whoever's bought it for £1 invests, gets it back out there. Even a new name may help it survive a bit longer. But yeah, one of the reasons they are citing for this as well is the rise to the employee national insurance. So it looks like the government is at risk, is at blame for a lot of this and closures, because it is such a costly sort of expenditure for businesses like Poundland, who employ thousands of people. So yeah, that is the reason why they are looking to close up to 200 stores. Let me know your thoughts on this, as always, in the comments.
This shop is offering a confusing deal with the same price but a different quantity of items.
Guys, special Poundland deals. You can either get 4 for £3.75, 6 for, that's all 6 for £3.75, or 3 for £3.75. What one are you gonna pick, guys? What one are you gonna pick?
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know. How would they know?
Guys, so I'm just in Poundland and I can see they have these Milky Way biscuits. They look so cute. They're currently £1. Actually £1, love to see it.
If discount shops are no longer cheap, what hope is left for everyday shoppers? Sometimes it's the little changes that signal something much bigger. If you found this interesting, like, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments.